Hello, and
Hello.
we're back. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Smalltalk Podcast by Indie Game Social Club. I am today's Stream Master Brian. With me today, I have the lovely, the beautiful, the ninja, Ilker.
Oh, good day to you.
Tips Fedora. Nice. If you're joining us for the first time, we are the Book Club with No Books. We are a monthly game discussion group that it's like a book club, but instead of books, it's video games. And in between, every 2 weeks or so, we have the Smalltalk Podcast to just catch people up on what we're playing. And catch each other up, really, because we're in different countries on different parts of the world, and sometimes life takes over, and we need an excuse to talk to our friends, our nerdy friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but yeah. So enough about us. Let's talk about Ilker. Us as in the royal us.
Well, do you actually see a difference? Like when we started this in January, it was just pitch black in my apartment, but now we actually have light apartments, both of us.
Yeah, we're seeing the same sun. That's very true.
Yeah, it is.
That's kind of nice. I like that.
It is.
Yeah,
I love that too.
Yeah, unreal. I'm so used to seeing like an orange hue from your apartment. Yeah.
For anyone new, Brian lives in the States, and what do you say in the States? In the USA.
The US, the States.
I live in Sweden, so we have like 6 months of darkness.
Very nice
during the winter half year.
I don't know how you guys do it, because even here, like we have sunshine, and I suffer from seasonal affective disorder, where when it's dark, when it's winter, I get the winter gloom, and it's crazy because I didn't realize how much it affected me until we got our first like 80-degree day, which I think is like 23 degrees Celsius or something like that, or 25. It's very hot, pretty hot. And that week I was the most motivated I ever was. Like I emailed people I needed to reach out to for work. I started writing again. I made a board game video, which I'll talk about. I just did so much, and I was like, whoa, why am I crushing it? It's just, the winter gloom like really took hold of me, because December, January, I didn't do shit. I was so unmotivated. Also, I'm unemployed. So that kind of took a toll on me too, But what you got going on in your life, Ilker? What's going on with you? What are you doing? What are you playing? Actually, what do you do? Yeah,
I mean, we talked. I think we talked. It actually feels like forever since we did the last podcast, but it's only been 2 weeks. But we in Sweden had the Easter holidays last week, and it's a pretty big deal in Sweden, I guess, because we have we call it bank holidays on Friday and Monday. So we actually have 4 weeks straight, 4 days straight vacation, including the weekend.
Oh, interesting. So if it's I think I get the reference. Like if you call it a bank holiday, that means that most of the country is on holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here it's like, it's a good guideline. If the banks are closed, that means like almost everything is closed.
Exactly. Yeah.
But we call it like federal holidays, I believe.
I guess it's a federal holiday, maybe. But everything is closed on Friday and Monday. And for us office workers, we also close the office on lunch the day before. So I usually get like 4.5 days of vacation. I visited my parents, went there. They live up north in Sweden, and I ate a lot, barbecued with my dad.
Ooh.
Had some rum.
What's a Swedish
Indiana Jones.
What's a Swedish/Turkish barbecue like?
It's usually my dad sitting by the fire, drinking and barbecuing Turkish sausages and chicken, and we also do the entrecote. Is that the right word for it?
I don't know any of these things. What is a Turkish sausage?
Oh shit! I wish I could send you meat, but I guess I can't, because
just pack it with one ice cube and it should be good. It should last the month that it takes to get over.
What is like, have you ever had like spicy beer sausage?
Like a German bratwurst I've had, like a hot link, like American style hot link is just like, meat,
Yeah,
fatty meat
I mean,
packed with spices.
it's
I
it's
guess like
made
most
from,
sausages are similar, it's just like the spices change, right? So like,
yeah.
do you know what kind of
I
spices
think
they
the
use?
Germans, yeah, I think I do. But the Germans, I think they use a lot of pork,
Yeah.
and this one is with uh, just regular meat, like cow
Beef?
meat,
Yeah.
beef. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Uh, and
Ooh,
there's
that
a
sounds good.
lot of garlic in it, like a shit tons of
Oh
garlic.
man, that's never a bad thing in my opinion. So,
It's
oh, it
not.
must be
If
so
you're
damn
making a
good.
like a spicy sausage, you better put some garlic in that.
Yeah. Oh my God, that sounds great.
Well, yeah, it's really good when you barbecue. So we had that, and my dad did some chicken as well. So we did like chicken wraps, basically, and like
Damn.
he did a really good chicken sauce, chicken seasoning
Yeah.
for that.
I feel like every
Um,
culture, most every culture on the planet has their version of barbecue. So it's interesting to see,
yeah,
like also like what the hell does a full on Swedish barbecue look like, right? What are they barbecuing?
you just put on like a pork fillet or a
So it's usually like
T-bone
cuts
or
of meat, right? Yeah, like
yeah.
American barbecues. What do you think about actually? What comes to mind when you think American barbecue?
I would say the same thing. Well, you sausages and burgers, so that would be
Yeah, sausage, burger, hot dogs. Like
yeah.
I don't count hot dogs as sausages because they're very different tasting at least. But
Oh, so
yeah,
there's actually a
typically.
difference between hot dog and sausage.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I never knew that.
yeah. I think they're both considered sausage, but no one thinks of a
Uh-huh.
hot dog when you say sausage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and I
would say
think
hot
it's
dogs
like
then. Yeah.
I think a hot dog is typically a Frankfurter sausage. That's the type of
Mm-hmm.
sausage it is, I believe. I could be completely wrong, but yeah, there are good and bad for sure.
And I'm getting hungry just talking about this.
I know. Tell everyone, tell us about your new health kick.
Yeah, I recently started working out together with a personal trainer, a so-called PT, and we had our first session yesterday, and I'm so sore in my entire body. I'm like, I tried to eat some dried apricots this
Oh
afternoon. I'm
man.
like, I have to like angle my hand like this to eat because my elbow doesn't go anymore like
Oh
longer
my
than this before
God.
it starts hurting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And yeah, trying to stay off the snacks and sweets basically, and just try
Yeah.
to eat disciplined basically.
When was the last time you were this active?
It must have been last summer, I think June last year. Yeah, that's the
Fun.
ice cream truck, by the way, if you hear it. If you
Hey,
hear it.
wait, hum the song. How does the ice cream truck song go in Sweden? Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think that shares the East Coast ice cream because in the States there's a West Coast ice cream song and an East
Uh-huh.
Coast ice cream song, which is the West Coast one is. Oh,
Oh, is that the ice cream?
Yeah, and
Isn't
then
that from the first Mickey Mouse movie, the
Steamboat
black
Willie.
and
I
white one?
could be tone deaf, but and singing it wrong, but it sounds like that. And then the East Coast one goes. Just repetitive, yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's
cool.
I want to hear ice cream truck songs of the world.
I will send you a clip of the Swedish one.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great. I love those like small cultural differences, and which is why the
Yeah.
stream exists.
Exactly.
Learning about each other's
yeah.
stuff.
Working out, that's going to be my upcoming 4 months. So I'll be done in June. And I
what's the
never heard the
goal?
word glutes as much as I had yesterday working out with my trainer Simon. Not our Simon, but some
Different
other Simon.
Simon, yeah.
Yeah, different Simon.
Like
Good
Ilker, you
guy,
got to
though.
stop staring at my glutes. I'm trying to instruct you.
He was actually staring at my back, and he's like, you have really long back muscles. I'm like, okay, what does that mean? I'm like, yeah, we just need to work harder. Like, you have the same body type as Batista. Do you know who
No
Batista is?
way.
I know who Batista is.
My God, you
Like,
could totally be Batista in a couple months. That'd be great. Can't
it's
wait.
like if you were a bodybuilder, you would like have a huge back. And I'm like, okay, well, let's take one step at a time.
Yeah.
Let's see where we go.
We'll see how you look next week, you know?
Yeah.
Great.
But yeah, that's it's going to be a fun, I think. But yeah, other than that, like, we just busy work. People are sick and home with their sick children, so kind of a lot to do. Just trying to get things done at work, basically.
Nice. Yeah, for me, we just got news this week that California is opening up 100% on the 15th or 16th or something like that, which is pretty wild. Partially because that's when they plan on opening the vaccine to everyone. So you would think maybe a week or two after that would be a little smarter. But I think people are antsy. I don't agree with that decision. But at this point, the people that are highest risk are vaccinated, the ones that want to be. Yeah. And everyone else that is aware and is careful are going to continue to be careful until they get the vaccine. So that's fine. Fine with me, you know.
And what's the status there? Like, how much of the population have been vaccinated?
I haven't been following that, but I have managed to get myself the vaccine, which is really exciting. I have someone in my family, my mom, that is very high risk, and I was able to get one with her because the place we went to, no one's getting the vaccine. So they're like, hey, if we don't give these, they're going to go in the garbage, you know, because there's some places in, you know, outside of San Francisco is not as liberal, and there's a lot of anti-vaxxers and anti-maskers. So like, if you drive far enough, you'll find a vaccine, no problem. And that's what we do.
Put it on the black market.
Right.
Probably a lot of.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, it's very finely tuned in terms of how they track it, but like, it's frustrating. But then again, like, you know, if they don't want it, don't get it. I'll protect myself against those idiots. So
I guess,
that's how it works. But yeah, it was a nice peace of mind. Got the Moderna vaccine, and the next one is coming the 23rd, so like a week. And so 2 weeks after that, I'll have just like a huge weight off my shoulder. Not that I'm going to be like licking people's doorknobs or anything like that, but I'll just be like, I don't know. It's nice to know that my mom's going to be completely safe. Yeah. And that I'm not going to contribute to anyone else's like health inadvertently, you know? So.
Yeah. And you can go have a coffee and don't have to think about.
Yeah, read at an indoor cafe or something like that. You know, like something small and simple, nothing too crazy. Yeah. Right? But yeah, that's new for me. What else is going on for me?
I mean, new for you. You actually posted a video on your Instagram.
Oh, right. Let me
doing some rollerblade stuff.
Oh, hang on. Let me see if I can dig up that video real quick and show it. That's completely new. I slowly convinced myself to, what do you call it? Buy rollerblades, because I used to be a huge rollerblader like 17 years ago, I want to say. And I rediscovered my love for it. It's been awesome.
It's awesome. Yeah. Actually, looks like you look like you've been doing that some time.
Yeah, it all came back to me. Yeah. Let's see. I don't have the video at hand actually. Okay. But let me see. I can find something. Here's a video. There you go. It's unedited. This is me stumbling, trying to walk before I can run. But yeah, it like came back to me, and I'm really what forced me to do it is because for like health reasons, because I haven't moved in the past year, and like I don't want to, you know, be a lump and have all these health problems from sitting. Because I imagine after this, you know, is all behind us, people are going to have all kinds of like weird neck and back problems from sitting down all day and stuff like that, and Yeah, and to be honest, I don't want to be I don't want to be too soft and unattractive because I want to get back in the dating scene.
Yeah, same here. Gonna still try to
In short,
look healthy.
Both Ilker and Brian want to be fuckable. Let's not kid ourselves here. Yeah.
But yeah, like the rollerblading looks really good. Like, look at you just grinding on that that outdoors.
Thank you.
What do you call it? Bench.
Yeah, like it was really fun. I just remember because there's very few. Like I've tried other sports and like workouts, and they just never stick because they're not fun for me. But rollerblading, I was just doing it, and I was like, God, this is so fun. Like I'm exhausted, but I want to do more. And I never get that feeling from working out. I never get exhausted and go, oh, can we do more? It's always like, I'm good. Are we cool to stop now?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been my nerd out lately. I've been really excited to get back into it, and the only thing that's stopping me is like I skated and I made that video on Sunday, and I'm still sore. Like my body, my eyelids were sore. That's how sore I was. It was bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been consuming me, and I'm super excited about it. But on the topic of other things outside of like, I got my first gig in like a month, editing gig, editing videos for an ad agency. That's nice.
Cool.
And so I'm going to be doing that immediately after this podcast.
Perfect.
But yeah, other than that, let's talk about what we started this channel for, which is games. Let's make a quick and smooth transition. Oh, well, I've been playing the sound this whole time with my skate video. It's not that obnoxious, so it's but anywho, let me go ahead and transition us into game talk. All right, so with that said, Ilker, what have you been playing as of late?
Not a lot, to be frank. Other than the Witness that we've been playing and the monthly game we did last month, what the golf.
Yeah,
I haven't been playing that much actually. Like the Monster Hunter Rise released, I think it was 2 weeks ago. I got to play that just a little bit before going to my parents.
Nice.
But yeah, I think for anyone watching who also watched when we talked about that on. When Yuan talked about it on the monthly discussion, he mentioned that the game is like reading a lot of manuals for some new gadgets, and it's basically that. Like I felt like I was starting a new job, and
the onboarding process.
Yeah.
The worst part of starting a new job, the least exciting part.
Exactly. Like here's the hunter, like here's the offices, you go here to do this and that, and this is the person you talk to get this, and like I just want to get started, like I just want to play this. And I was thinking about you, and like you would probably hate this game, like because like you don't immediately start playing the game, just like you're just reading.
I just want to jump in and play. For sure. Yeah.
And then when I actually got to play, I was clueless. Like, what am I supposed to do? So I spent like probably like 20 minutes just bashing the monster, and nothing happened. I was supposed to do something, like I was supposed to do some kind of combination and like bind the monster. And like, how do I bind it? I'm like, it's just so confusing. But that's as much as I play the game. Like it is what I expected it to be. This is the same thing that happened when I tried to play Monster Hunter World. Like it just hit me like a truck with all the manuals, and like I love the idea of playing it, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna get into it. And this game is supposed to be more streamlined.
Exactly, maybe it's supposed to be the easier to learn one.
But it's just so many like combinations, like press R2 and then like press A, and like it's just so much to remember.
Steep learning curve for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna give it one more try for sure, and like I'm gonna give it an honest try. But yeah, spent a lot of time creating my character. And when I was done with that, I had to also create my pets. I had a dog and a Palico and my
Palamute.
I don't know what they called it, the dog.
Palamute.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a lot of improvements. I think if you like Monster Hunter games, you're gonna love this. You know, like Johan
I guess. Yeah.
apparently is stoked about it. You know, but
Yeah.
he still says like because he was in the world. And he says
Mhm.
Rise is still pretty steep in terms of that learning curve. But like if you have the patience
Yeah.
for it, apparently it pays off because it's satisfying and it looks beautiful for a Switch game. The graphics are
It
insane.
does, yeah.
You
It
know?
does, like, and it runs smoothly, and yeah, I like. I really want to get into the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. It is. It is very aesthetically. It's very like rooted in Japanese aesthetics, the tradition.
Okay.
And yeah, after playing a lot of Sakuna, Rise and Ruin, I kind of feel like I want maybe something else, just to cleanse the palate.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because it's basically the same aesthetics that I'm looking at, and also been playing Yakuza as well. So like a lot of Japanese theme.
Continue. Yeah, you got to
lately.
cleanse the palate. You got to play like
Yeah.
Guacamelee to another part of the world.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. What else have you been playing? I have
What else?
Hyrule queued up.
Yeah, I kept playing Hyrule Wars as well. I
Mhm.
mean, I'm having fun with that game. It is accessible. It's easy to get into. It's easy to just do like one or two battles and then be done.
Yeah.
And it's starting to get a little interesting as well. Like we talked about the time travel last time we did this, and yeah, like you played it a little bit, I guess, and like the part of the story is like Zelda struggling to find her place in the world, I guess. Like she hasn't unlocked her powers yet, and like she feels kind of useless, and like yeah, everyone has all these superpowers basically, and I'm just a princess,
right. I
but
do
yeah,
like that they
that's-
changed her so that she's not just a helpless princess anymore, right? Like she has motivations. Sounds like they're rounding out her character,
yeah,
which is cool.
she's still like very not that it's anything wrong with it, but she's very girly and very like stereotypical.
Like a
like
dude wrote her, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely for the Breath of the Wild franchise, at least.
Right.
I think my favorite Zelda is. I think it is from Wind Waker, actually, when she's a pirate.
Oh, cool. Actually, I've been meaning to go back and play Wind Waker. Like I'm waiting for the Zelda 35th anniversary stuff to come out and see what they have to do with that, because if I don't have to pirate it, I'd rather support the game, you know.
Definitely. Yeah, I would love to play that.
Yeah, everyone says that like that was a generation that I missed, you know, like the GameCube generation, and it just looked really fun.
I really like the one I played on GameCube. I played it again on Wii U.
Yeah,
it's a really good Zelda.
Which one was Spirit Tracks? Was that DS or was that GameCube as well?
Yeah, I think it's a DS because I never played any of the handheld Zelda. So
yeah, I think whichever one where you had to use a stylus, it looked like an amazing game, but I immediately hated it because when you use your stylus, both your fingers and the stylus are blocking a portion of the screen, and that portion of the screen is where you need to go. So I'm like, this is so stupid, and there's like latency, and nothing beats like a button press, you know?
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
But anyway, like the story, it got a little interesting. Like she finally unlocked her powers, and now she's like goes into this god mode, and you're just like casting spells and just doing like AOE attacks.
So is she actually badass? She's pretty cool.
Yeah, she turns badass. It's super cool actually, and she's like, "Now I'm gonna lead my people, and we're gonna take back Hyrule." And
nice, love that. It'd be great if they flip the script and you have to save Link. You know.
I would love that.
Yeah. I always wanted to play. They had a Mario game out or Mario universe out called Super Princess Peach, and that they made it like quote unquote girly, but like it looked like a fun platformer. But yeah, it was Peach saving Mario, which is great.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
Yeah, that was was that for DS as well or 3DS?
Yeah, I believe it was the DS for sure.
Yeah.
Every time you talk about it makes me want to play it more, and I enjoyed what I played, but it's just like at least the first hour that I played was like mindless hack and slash, and I'm like, just give me the good stuff. Like, show me the shit that was in the trailer that looked fun, you know, like the big guardians and the
like you get the guardians, you definitely. Then you get some like challenge modes that you can do. I've been finishing off them. Like you go into a battle and you lose as soon as you get hit. So you're trying just try to dodge everything and just do everything from afar.
Interesting.
But I've been having some fun with that. I feel that that's a game I'm probably going to finish pretty soon. I think I don't have that much left on that game. I unlocked a lot of characters.
Oh, there are characters that are unlockable. Interesting. Are there characters that you have to unlock via a special way? Like you can easily miss it?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
There is. I think I talked about it last time. You have the Great Fairy that it can unlock.
Oh, is that a secret one?
And nice. Also you have one of the monks, if you remember from the Breath of the Wild, the monks that are in each of the shrines.
Oh, no way! Are they not mummified? Are they still mummified?
They're not mummified, but they still look old as fuck. And
and it's crazy because they were kind of spooky and they had that was what was great about Breath of the Wild is they didn't explain it. They just showed it, and you're like, "What what's going on here?" And I love
you had
stuff like
this
that.
Guy with a mask, something in the hat, and
yeah, super creepy. And they modeled it after the self-mummified monks of I want to say Tibet or something like that. And so, because they're people that they in the last year of their life they consume this poisonous bark that mummifies them from the inside, and they don't eat anything else. And so they meditate. And they take this bark and they kill themselves through slow mummification, which sounds awful. But there's pictures of it online, and it looks just like that monk thing. Pretty wild.
That's pretty cool. I need to look that up.
I'll find a picture for you and send it. It's real spooky. Hang on. Let me see. I'll just post it up on the stream. Breath of the Wild mummified monk. The images. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's super spooky. Hang on. Yeah, the way they portray it is super spooky, freaky. Mongolia is where it is.
Oh.
Hang on, I'll do a graphical representation because the real life is real kind of disturbing.
Okay, yeah.
This is a Japanese wood carved drawing, which is kind of neat, actually. Let me see. Image. Okay, desktop. Where is it? RJ something. There you go. Right. Self-mummified.
Okay.
It's like real
that's thing. A really good picture.
Yeah. And, the real life version does not look much different than that. If you care to look. But if you Google image search the words Breath of the Wild mummified monk, you'll see the comparisons, and they're like, ooh, okay, all right.
That's actually a really beautiful artwork.
Like the wood carving, right? Wood block carving style. Right? Yeah. I'll put that right there. That's just for you. But yeah, that's freaky. It's a little freaky.
Yeah.
But yeah, on to the next thing. Here, let me delete that so I don't spook myself out.
Next thing, what have you been playing?
Oh, right. I've been continuing to play. Hang on, let me take that off as well. Move that up. I've been continuing to play What the Golf.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I played I would say another 45 minutes or so. And I'm still thoroughly enjoying it. I can totally see at this point I kind of wish that I got it on mobile because it's you do a course and then you turn it off. You do another course while you're waiting for Little Nightmares 1 to load and then you turn it off, And I'm continuing to find more Easter eggs. I think I sent in our group that I encountered a Super Meat Boy level.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, and there, I read online that there's a cluster truck level, and just the Easter eggs don't stop. And in between, they still have their own clever, inventive levels that don't rely on being a reference to another game, which is really cool.
Oh, that's good. I mean, because I think it could get a little bit too much with all the references.
Yeah, especially if you don't get it or you've never played it,
Yeah.
and so it doesn't register with you. But like the Portal one was really interesting because it felt like Portal with a golf ball, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm still enjoying that. I intend on finishing it. I've yet to touch Wander Song again, but I do, like, every time I play it, I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I'm still playing it. It's charming and it's fun. But I hope it doesn't last too much longer because I want to move on.
Yeah, yeah, I get that. I'm kind of the same with that game. I want to see where it goes.
Yeah, because the story is really charming and the artwork's great, and like there's just a lot to like about it. You know, it's just not that.
But what the golf, like? Does it get? Is it still surprising you with the jokes? Like, is it still fun?
Yeah. Okay. I would say like the references are always like it hits a rhythm where you're like, oh, this is great. What's the next thing that's coming to me? How are you going to trick me? You know, if you like that kind of thing, it's great. But then like, yeah, if the general gameplay loop, if you don't like it at this point, it's not going to grab you. You know, because it's, you know, honestly, after the the intro up to super hot, that's the game, and it's just that same game over and over again with like a different rapper, different physics. I will say there is this really cool part that really switches it up. It was a little clunky, but I hit a first person golfing perspective where you are the ball in first person and you're trying to golf yourself in. That was really neat. It didn't work as clean as I wanted it to, but yeah, it's cool. It's fun. But yeah, I think it's going to be, I'm going to just keep taking slices out of that game for the next year until I finish it. I'm in no rush and I'm still enjoying it, you know?
Yeah.
Great.
I wanted my dad to play that, and he got actually excited until we got into the App Store on his phone, and the only way to get it was to subscribe on
Apple Arcade.
Apple Arcade. And he's like, I'm not gonna pay that.
Yeah, no way. Wait, so how did you describe it to him? Because we were talking about how it was hard to describe.
I told him, like, do you want to play a fun game? And he's like, what is it? Because he was playing Candy Crush or something on his phone. I'm like, you want to play something fun? I'm like, well, what is it? Like, it is a golf game, but it's not a golf game. I'm like, I don't like golf. Yeah, but that's
you're the perfect person for it.
Yeah. Like,
boy, do I have a golf game for you.
It was quiet for a few seconds, and it's like, so what's it called? What do you call it? What's the name of the game? I'm like, oh, it's What the Golf. Let me spell it for you. And we'll look it up, and then we hit the store, and
nice.
It's like, no, I'm not gonna pay monthly fee for a game.
Sounds like a dad thing to say for sure, but also like I totally get it. You know, unless you're on that free trial, why not?
Yeah,
I hate that they're trying to force it down your throat. You know.
Yeah, I really hated that because he was a potential new gamer.
Yeah, he would have probably even wanted to pay money for it.
You know? Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how you've been playing.
That is what I've been playing. I've been keeping a close eye on the Xbox Game Pass because I convinced my friend to get a PC so I can have someone to play PC gaming with. And recently, I actually haven't seen what came out this week, but recently a game that I've been watching for like, I want to say like 10 years came out called Narita Boy. Have you heard of that one?
Oh, yeah.
It is a gorgeous, I want to call it like vaporwave, vapor punk, pixel art, hack and slash 2D platformer. And it's just gorgeous. And I don't care if it's like, it sucks. I just want to play it because it looks cool. But I hear good things. I haven't played it. I'm looking forward to playing it. I downloaded it on Game Pass and I watched Beastcast do a quick play or quick look at it, and so far like it's very like not amazing, but it delivers a really cool thematic experience, and it's just gorgeous. Like it's kind of I'm gonna look at it as like a what do you call those interactive cinematic platformers, I guess. Like not the best, most tight mechanics, but at least it looks good and has somewhat of a story and
okay.
Yeah, it looks cool, and I think I'm gonna stream it. I haven't streamed in a while just because I haven't been in the mood, but I want to
Mhm.
stream Narita Boy, and I've been thinking about doing what's the other one, Dear Esther, which is a walking sim. I want to get back into walking sims,
Okay.
but yeah, I got some streaming to catch up on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I might join you
come
if you're
join.
streaming.
Yeah,
If you wanna co-pilot.
I'll let you know. Today is today Thursday? Yeah,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
yes, which is my last day of my work contract, so I can f off tomorrow.
Awesome.
Um, yeah. What about you? What are you looking forward to playing?
I'm looking forward to finishing Hyrule Warriors. I'm looking forward to finishing Yakuza whenever that's gonna be. I can see the horizon. Like I can see the end. It
Uh-huh.
is still far away, but I can see it.
Yeah.
um, and yeah, then I like just want to try to get back into Monster Hunter Rise and just see if that sticks with me. If
Yeah.
not, there's a new game releasing next week or the week after that. I think it's Saga Frontier, which is
That sounds so familiar. Is that a
it is
remake or an update?
yeah, it is a remake. I think it's a remaster
PS1?
of a classic.
PlayStation 1?
Could be. Yeah.
God, that name
I
sounds so
mean,
familiar. I feel like there was like a cool anime art cover. Like it's coming back to me in
it
the
is
my
Square
memory.
Enix,
Yeah.
and I think they use the same illustrators that do the illustrations for the old
Final
Final
Fantasy
Fantasy
stuff.
artwork.
Oh man, whoever that artist is, ooh, amazing.
Yeah,
It never
I
looked as good in the game, but the manual artwork was fucking
yeah,
gorgeous.
I wish I knew the name. I know he or she is very popular, very well known
Yeah.
in
It was so
but
like
yeah, like
gothic influenced, right? Like I want to say yeah, like the whoever did the Final Fantasy 2
yeah,
concept artwork, it's
uh-huh.
like kind of gothic and like as far away from anime style as you can get, but still being
Oh,
gorgeous
definitely,
and
yeah.
Japanese, you know?
Yeah, it's like really beautiful like illustrations, like all these very tall, thin people with their very thin swords, and
Yeah.
I have a distinct picture in my head when I think about those pictures
Yeah. Wait, let me look that up.
illustrations.
Saga Frontier. I feel like it's definitely a PlayStation 1.
I think it is a
It
popular
is.
Japanese RPG franchise,
Yeah, I
but
remember that art cover so much. It's got
mhm.
that painted anime look, and yeah, it's got an anime person with their hand raised in, I think, holding a sword for sure.
Well,
Eye
that is
catching.
releasing on the Switch, I think, or maybe on all platforms
Cool.
in just a week or two. So I might get
Remastered.
into that. But again, like I don't know if I'm ready to get into another JRPG. I still have a few of them laying
Yeah.
here unopened in their packages. But
Wow. You're pretty good about finishing games that you start, you know? Like me, I like start a game, I enjoy it. I'm like, ooh, what's this new thing? You know?
yeah,
Like I'm a sucker
I
for
mean,
that. And it's hard for me to return to even a great game if I'm moved on to something else.
yeah,
But also on the other side of things, like someone told me, like, be okay with not finishing a game because your time is
definitely.
precious, right? Like
Yeah.
if a
It might
game
have
isn't
been
grabbing
might
you,
have
then
been me.
you know, yeah, yeah, right. Yeah,
No,
like
but
be, yeah,
you're right. Like your time is precious, definitely. And like if the game is not doing it for you, then go play something else. And
yeah. There have been a handful of
it is
games where I did it just like, oh god, and I finished it and I felt nothing at the end. I just like I
yeah.
wasn't even glad I finished it. I just did it because I was stubborn.
Exactly, yeah. And,
You
like, you
know?
just feel bad for
Yeah,
wasting time on it, like, and it's the same
yeah,
with books, I think, and, like,
yeah,
series and movies, like, if it's not working for you, don't feel bad for quitting, just
yeah.
do something else instead.
Because that's hours you can spend playing like incredible indie games or something like that,
Exactly,
right? Yeah. So
exactly. But, yeah, you play a lot more games than I do, and, yeah. It's not that I'm forcing myself to finish games, it's just that I'm really enjoying the games that I play, and I wanna see them through and just see, like, where do they end, and check that off my list.
nice. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you just want to kind of scratch off the paint, see what's underneath. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah. Um,
Yeah, those are the games that I look forward to playing, and then
Nice.
I'm probably going to start painting some more Warhammer as well.
Oh, I got to get back to painting. I started painting my
Mhm.
Gears of War minis, which was my Grail game that I bought for
Yeah.
myself last summer, out of print, and really fun to paint. But yeah, again, I just like moved on to the next fun, like, ooh, squirrel, like distraction. I need to get painted into that, get back into painting. And then I have a secret board game Instagram account that I'm too ashamed to share with my greater friend group.
You should share it.
But
I
think I can show, actually, I can give a little preview of the video that I made this week. And it's for a game called Tiny Epic Dinosaurs by Gamelin Games. They like the video so much that they've been like sending me free games, which is kind of neat and awesome. Let's see.
Well, you're basically a board game influencer now.
I'm an influencer. Let me turn off the sound on that.
Oh, there we go.
That, a little bit of that. I'll do a little personal plug. I should really be proud of the things I do. I'm not enough. I just let things fall into.
You should be.
I'm not a good self-promoter. I let things fall into obscurity, stuff like that.
And you have all the sound effects. Like I guess the viewers can't. I guess the viewers can't hear them right now, but like you have the dinosaur sounds and.
Yeah, by Gamelin Games. Oops. And then, follow. This is me. This is the only time I'm going to self-promote. Board Game Glory.
We just lost our only viewer.
Instagram. Please.
Now, for real, this is a really good account that you got. Like, it is very unique.
Thank you. Yeah, I figured there's a lot of like people that just film or shoot board games on film or photography with no intent or other than just making the background blurry. And I was like, man, there's an opportunity to make this stuff look like how you see it in your brain when you're playing, And
exactly.
So like I try to capture the game how it captures my imagination, and if that is mission accomplished, then I'm very flattered.
I would love to do one with Warhammer with you. Like if I painted the miniatures.
Yeah, I mean, you could send them to me. I'll film and I'll send them back to you. But
you have to.
You would have to like give me a sit down of like the lore and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it'd be really fun because I love. Sometimes I add effects like I rolled it in the other game. It's called Terror Below. There's like a dice roll where you roll for success on a hit, and I made it look like a grenade explosion and stuff like that. So stuff like that's really fun and exciting. But yeah, I've got some games that I'm on backlog to create that were sent to me. And so, yeah, the next one I'm doing is Last Bottle of Rum, and the one after that is called shoot.
Shoot, that game. That's a really good game.
It is a solo hostage negotiator. It is a solitaire game, actually. So like a couple of years ago, people were like, why is solitaire the only solitaire game? And then board game designers like, you're right. And so there's been a wave of these amazing single player board games that like are fast to set up, fast to play, and are surprisingly fun and thinky and pass the time well.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to make a video of that. It should be cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
If you want, you can send me you had those Space Marine Adventures, Space Marine game. I guess you want to paint them yourself, but yeah, that is something we could do.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Oh, actually, yeah, that's not a bad idea. I can get the one that's accessible to me, right? Like that. I don't have to buy a thick ass book to play, right? Because Space Marine Adventure is like a dungeon crawler essentially. So like, I can buy the game. I can send you the minis, and you can do them Ilker style.
Buy the game and
do they have it here in Sweden?
I don't know. Maybe. Oh, well, let's look it up.
Yeah. Okay.
Could be a fun project.
Because I know like Target, it was a Target exclusive at least last year. And sometimes they hold it as an exclusive for like 6 months before it's released anywhere else. But yeah, I'll send you a link, and they're not as detailed, but like because it's Games Workshop, they're still beautiful anyway. The quality of the sculpts. So yeah, that's what I'm up to, and what I'm looking forward to playing is that Narita Boy, and it's been kind of slow. I haven't really found any games that have grabbed my attention. So other than that, just Narita Boy and getting into my other nerdy hobbies and stuff.
Oh, it's good to have some lows as well in gaming. I mean, at least for me in Sweden, like spring is finally here, and I want to spend more time outside of my apartment.
Yes, actually, that's not a bad idea. Like they call it filling the well, right? Like you won't get exhausted on gaming if you have different distractions, right? I think you'll like gaming more when you like do other shit to fill the time, right? Other than that, what do we have coming up? We've decided on the theme for our next monthly game, which is
folklore.
Folklore, which is a pretty loose definition, which is how would you define?
Some of us would probably need to read up what folklore, the definition of folklore is.
Hey, I'm totally open to it.
Not calling any names, but
I'm totally open to keeping things as wide open to people's interpretations as they want, and the group vote will decide. It always does.
But we have a few games on the list now that they're up for voting. I guess up on the poll.
When are we locking the poll?
I was thinking this weekend, but so far it's just me and Simon that has cast our votes. So we'll see. Maybe we'll do a reminder in the group for anyone watching. The poll is closed for outsiders. It's just us. But maybe in the future we'll put that up.
I'm really excited because this theme of folklore, like every culture has their own folklore, and so one game I submitted was a Korean folklore game. It's a Metroidvania, and it's kind of black and white with pops of red. God, I really need to know what these games are called.
It's called Eight something.
8 Doors. The 8 Doors.
8 Doors. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it came out yesterday. Actually, that game.
Oh, cool. That's the game I cast my word for.
Nice. So. And it's the Korean folklore about the Korean afterlife, and it seems really interesting. And I'm half Korean, so it's nice to know. I want to learn a little bit more about my culture. I think that'd be really fun.
Cool.
But with that said, lingering?
For anyone watching, that is coming up at the end of this month.
Yes.
Last Sunday of April, we're going to do a discussion.
Good call. Tomorrow, we're going to be streaming The Witness.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right. I always look forward to those. Really fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Possibly on Saturday, I'm going to be doing a candy mukbang. I don't know if I want to stream it or not, or just kind of hang out.
We'll see. I didn't expect us to stream that, but
great. Yeah, I mean, I kind of just want to hang out, and so we can talk about it on the next.
If we had more viewers, we could do that as a premium thing. But as of now, that is just gonna be us.
Yeah, you know what I might do? I might just record it. I might just stream record it, and then play a clip. So when we recap on the next small talk, we can have something to show.
Sure. Have you sitting there stuffing your face with chocolate.
Drooling and dropping chocolate on my suit that I'll be wearing. Because Simon sent me a big old care package of Easter candies and treats, and his girlfriend Bim is a really talented comic artist. And, and she sent me a copy of her comic. Yeah. But other than that, I think that does it. So we'll check in on next time, right?
Yeah.
Until then, we'll see you next time. Say bye, Ilker.
Bye.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
See y'all tomorrow.